P-Gutta the hustle, and I'm fucking with 94 West Global. You know what it is. L.O.M.
It feel good to have somebody need you. It feel good to come up and ain't nobody feed you. It feel good to stuff 10 in your jaws. Walk up in Lennox shop till that bitch closed.
Bitch, it feel good to know that you can change a bitch life. It feel good to get them cheap and make your own price. It feel good to stuff a rental with a road. Shoot out of town and get them motherfuckers gone.
So how long have you been an artist? How long have you been making music?
I mean, how long I've been making music? Probably since I was fucking 11, you feel me? But, I mean, like, doing my thing, like, probably like 13, 14, something like that.
So what came first for you, the rapping or the producing?
Producing came first, I really, like, rapping came first, like, in my mind. Like, I knew I wanted to rap, but I say the producing because that's what I really started doing first. But I started producing because I wanted to rap, and I ain't really had nobody to make my beats, you feel me? But producing came first, you know what I'm saying? I was making beats, and I was seeing other people do it, and I wanted to do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so what influenced you to actually start recording your own music and producing your own music?
Fucking Hot Boys, Manny Fresh, and my man's my brother PC, you feel me? He was doing beats, you know what I'm saying?
That's PC from the Olympics, right?
Yeah, he was doing beats, and that shit sounded like some industry shit, and I was like, damn, if this nigga lay down the street, you know what I'm saying? If he could do it, I can.
For real.
So that's how that shit started, you know what I'm saying?
So what's some of the songs that you produced that, you know what I'm saying, got a lot of attention, got a lot of buzz or something?
Yeah, I ain't did no local, I ain't did no industry shit or nothing like that, you feel me? But locally, I can name Peasy. I did a lot of beats, not a lot, but I did beats on Mud Music 1, Mud Music 2. I had to literally sit here and think about all this shit. I did beats for a lot of people. I probably can't even name all the shit I did. And as far as 80s, y'all heard him on a lot of L.O.M. shit. I ain't do no beats for his solo mixtape because he did it so quick in the way that he did the shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit was like, we really wasn't ready to make no music, and he was at the time, so he just put together a project real quick. So I ain't got nothing on there, but y'all done heard Eddie's on a lot of my beats. He just did a video called Alpo. That was off one of my beats, and that's for his next solo project, you feel me? I did that beat, so.
So being primarily a solo artist, what adjustments did you have to make for the Breaks Over, the first L.O.M. CD?
I was a solo artist. I ain't really have to make no adjustments because I ain't just no rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like I'm a musician, shit. I'm the founder of a lot of the, like, the whole music scene, like, that's,
like
the shit that as far as the shit we doing, you know what I'm saying? I put together a lot of the shit. I do the beats. I come up with a lot of concepts. You feel me? So it really wasn't no adjustments for me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm musical. I ain't really have to make no adjustments.
Right. So you were just doing your thing.
Right.
So tell us about 1,000 grams, man. When that started, how young you was when that started. Tell us about 1,000 grams. People want to know.
A lot of people don't even know about 1,000 grams. A lot of people that's on us now. You know what I'm saying? But 1,000 grams is a record label. Well, yeah, okay. I gotta break this shit down to a science. You feel me? I was young as hell, 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? And I was already doing music, like on the computer. You know, little Fruity Loop type shit or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Young as hell. So it was my man's 40, Rambo, L.O.M. Rambo, his uncle named Cotton, you know what I'm saying? We call him Pete, and you probably heard that in a million songs.
Yeah. I feel like he's my uncle now.
He, you know what I'm saying, he did do his thing, or whatever you want to call it, I ain't gonna say too much, but he put the money behind it because we was doing little shit like, they had something called the Booth and Fairlane, and we had a group called the Youngsters. We was young as fuck. 12, 13, and we was the youngsters. It was me, L.O.M. Rambo, Pills and a couple other dudes that ain't the L.O.M. But you know this was back then. You feel me? So we dropped like 3 songs at Fairlane. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was surfacing through the hood. You know what I'm saying? The older niggas like, damn, they tripping. They talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So 40 Uncle got a hold of the shit and he, you know what I'm saying? He listened to it or whatever, like, damn, this little nigga he made this beat, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So he bought some equipment. He probably spent like 10,000. You know what I'm saying? And bought some equipment or whatever. And shit, we started working or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Getting used to Pro Tools. Everybody was getting used to Pro Tools. I was getting better on the beats. I'm working with, you know, like high equipment and shit. It wasn't no Fruity Loop shit no more. I'm working with MPCs and, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So, and that's 1,000 grams got created like that. He just called it. We was all in the studio one night and, you know what I'm saying, everybody doing what they doing and they came up with that shit and we ran with that. And we put out a CD, you know, the hood. That shit just had the hood on smash.
Early. My attitude was like, fuck school.
Yeah, that shit.
My dick.
That was 2000 and you probably made that in 06, 05. You probably, that shit came out in like 07, you feel me? But that's how that shit happened. I mean, it's more to that, but I mean, as far as what I can say, that's...
Yeah. So how did the L.O.M. situation come about?
So the L.O.M. situation was like this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing what they doing as far as, you know how we grew up with that street lord and Blade, you know what I'm saying? So it always was a separation between the industry and our music, you know what I'm saying? So in our world and our music, you know what I'm saying, what was going on at the time was, you know, the scenery, I'ma just say, you know, like you had motherfuckers out like the Lodge Boys and all kind of shit like that as far as our music, and they just talking about stunting and then, you know what I'm saying, shit that we do, you feel me? So we had the 1,000 gram shit going and really we was talking about shit we was doing on a daily basis and shit we been through and shit we seen as far as, you know, the streets and, you know what I'm saying, look, the label was called 1,000 grams, you know, all we was talking about was, you know what I'm saying, just drugs, you feel me, basically, to make a long story short. So, but at the same time, we was niggas that was getting money, and, you know what I'm saying, doing little shit, you know, feeling like we deserve to talk cash shit too, you feel me? So, this how L.O.M. started, really. It was, you had people like Rambo, Rudy. See, L.O.M. just ain't rap. It's a whole, you know what I'm saying? It's a street group, or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? It started with just that. It started with L.O.M. not being rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, it started with L.O.M. being some niggas that was hitting parties. That's how that shit really started, like with niggas that grew up together in the same hood or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And hitting parties and hitting clubs, going crazy and doing shit like that. And it's like, nigga, we really, to be truthful, L.O.M. Rambo. He came up with the name. He like, loyalty, because he heavy on that loyalty shit, you know what I'm saying? We all is, but he real heavy on that loyalty shit, and he like loyalty over money, you know what I'm saying? Because we was getting money. We was getting money, so he like, shit, loyalty over money, whatever. You know? So that quickly formed into a group, like a rap group, because we was known in our city, in our section or whatever, for rapping, you know what I'm saying, for doing our thing on the rap shit, for tripping, and they know us in the hood, so we was already just popular from the start anyway. So when they formed L.O.M., it wasn't rap, but we turned it into rap, you know what I'm saying? And you got niggas like Rudy, L.O.M. Rudy. He wasn't a rapper. We just in the studio all clowning and whatever, and I'm like, nigga, get on there and talk your shit, and whoopty whoop, nigga, you know what I'm saying? These niggas ain't fucking with us, just on some, you know, fucking around bullshit, and everybody right here, whoopty whoop, that studio atmosphere, and he just saying, fuck it, I don't know, you know, he just did the shit, and I'm like, nigga, that shit, that's it, nigga, we can do, and then it was like, it was already L.O.M. group, so I'm like, listen, we gonna do an L.O.M. project once we got that going, you know what I'm saying, because L.O.M. Rambo, 80s, was already rappers. They was part of 1,000 grams, you feel me? The only member that wasn't a part of 1,000 grams was Rudy, you feel me? So I mean, we was already a group. We just basically changed the name.
So you pretty much got a Dr. Dre thing going on, where you made the hustler the rapper, and really got a good spin on that.
Right, because that's what Easy was. Easy wasn't the rapper either. But
No, Dr. Dre really. I mean, as far as that story, Dr. Dre wasn't a hustler before that. He was. That nigga was just a born musician. You
it
feel
wasn't
me?
a group of hustlers. That's true.
Yeah.
Easy was the only nigga really hustling.
Yeah,
But how do you feel about your influence on the city of Inkster? Like, you dropped the solo project. It was called Voice of the Hood. Like, that's a strong statement. So how you feel about your influence?
Voice of the Hood. I mean, well, to answer that question with the way you said it, like, I mean, I said Voice of the Hood because I put an impact on the city at the age of 13.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was saying shit that the grown motherfuckers was doing, and I was in them traps, sitting in them spots, and the same shit they was doing. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking about that shit, and I was one of the first person I knew that was doing that at that age, as far as talking about it and putting a real impact on the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I named that city the Voice of the Hood, because I'm like, I got the crown. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? As far as my city.
How do you feel like the current status of Inkster right now, with the public schools, of course, closing, a lot of the families who've been there helping the community, they're moving out or dying off? How do you feel like the city is right now?
Fucked up. The city is fucked up, man. This shit crazy, man. The city been fucked up. This shit, since I was born, this shit been fucked up. I mean, that's the only way I could really call it. You know what I'm saying? This shit fucked up. Like how they worldwide they broadcasting shit that's going on in different hoods and shit. And like I feel like my hood is one of the fucking worst. You know what I'm saying? Because I got it's one of the smallest cities. You feel me? One of the smallest ghettos in America. Like you know what I'm saying? And the shit that they talking about globally, like the police brutality and all that shit, I done been through that shit. Man, I done been through that shit all while I was growing up. Like, that shit is so normal to me. Like, that shit done happened to me so much times, and that shit is normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's shit that happen all the time. I got a fucking permanent scar right here from police, you know what I'm saying, from a raid, and that shit that's regular shit.
Yeah.
But they globally, they broadcast that shit like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about my city. Like, if we was to go, you know, nationwide, you know what I'm saying?
They wouldn't be able to handle that.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, that shit crazy. So, I really don't even know what to say about my city. It's crazy. It's fucked up.
But with that being said, how do you feel like, because you have a big impact with the youth around this city, like all the little kids, they know your name, they know your face, they know your voice. How do you feel like you can really show them, you know, which route to choose, how to stay out of trouble, or how to, you know, keep everything going?
I mean, that's what I'm gonna get into with my second solo CD, cause I'm gonna do a Voice of the Hood Volume 2. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who not up on Voice of the Hood, like, well, a lot of our L.O.M fans, they don't know I was a solo artist before this. They don't know none of this stuff, none of the shit we talking about as far as the past, and you know, it was before L.O.M. But that's what I'm gonna get into on my second CD though, because of everything they talking about globally as far as police brutality and everything. I'm gonna start touching on some of them situations, and when I do, you know, I'm gonna talk about a lot of shit, and a lot of that shit gonna have to show the younger generation or whatever, you know, a lot of stuff what not to do. Plus, I'm older now. You know what I'm saying? I'm older now, and I'm matured up to not be on the shit I was on at an age like that.
All right, now tell us about Compton. Tell us about your part of Inkster, man. Because you said it's a small city, but people don't even know. Like, it's a big city, you know what I'm saying? You got different areas. But tell us about Compton.
And first, this is my favorite question of the interview, but see, okay, this the thing with Compton. First of all, I just want to let everybody know the hood that I'm from in Inkster, it been Compton way before this NWA, way before this NWA movie, before this Compton hype and all this shit. But I'm gonna get into exactly where this name Compton come from. I mean, it's not literally called Compton. I mean, my city's small. When I say small, I mean like Man, small as hell. If anybody know they streets, I mean, my city is literally Beach Daily to Henry Ruff. You feel me? From Cherry Hill to Van Born. You know what I'm saying? My city, one of the smallest ghettos in America. But you still got your different sections or whatever. And I'm from Compton. You know what I'm saying? But that name came about before my generation. You feel me? I was born in '91. And they was calling my hood Baby Compton. That's where the name Compton come from, Baby Compton, you feel me? Because of the shit that was going on in this little ass area. Compton is we got like Brucey say, across the tracks, we got railroad tracks, you know what I'm saying? And we say our shit is across them tracks, you feel me? And it's like across them tracks, you got Dunning, the first street, you know what I'm saying, and then Compton stretch from Dunning all the way to Lehigh, you feel me? From Beach Daily to Inkster Road, you know what I'm saying? And that's Compton, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, this shit came before my generation. Everybody who was out there thugging and doing their thing, whatever they was doing, you know what I'm saying, they named it Baby Compton. So that's when I came up, when I was born in this shit, like, baby, this Compton, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm rep. That's what I rep. You know, CPT. Period. Like that's what it is.
Is everybody in the group? They all make from Compton too?
Everybody in the group from Compton except for 80s. Cause 80's from the east side. You know what I'm saying? He from the east side of Detroit. You feel me? But everybody else from that one section in Inkster. You know what I'm saying? Compton.
That's some real shit.
Yeah. But yeah, how do you feel that you've grown since the Voice of the Hood?
When I did Voice of the Hood, to be truthful, that Voice of the Hood was on some Dr. Dre shit. Like I probably recorded that shit within like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't purposely, but it took like 3 years to make that CD on some real shit, to keep it 100
I mean,
with
you can tell. You can tell. You definitely can tell.
To keep it 100 with you, it took like 3 years to do that shit. But when I started, I probably was like 16, you know, 16. I was like 15 actually, because I dropped that when I was like 17, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm 23 now.
Yeah.
So, you imagine all the growing, you know what I'm saying, that you go through from them ages, you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit, plus music, a whole lot different now too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna adjust with it. You feel me? So
Let's talk about 80s for a second now. 80s dropped the solo project, The Money, Power, Respect. You think other members of the group gonna start to drop solo projects? I know Rambo did one. I know Phil's supposed to be working on one right now.
yeah, 80s shit. 80s shit was so more of him just going back to his foundation, where he from, the east side, you know what I'm saying? Cause his mama moved to Inkster, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how old he was or whatever. We was all going to the same. We was all going to Robichaud, you feel me?
Yeah.
His mama moved to Inkster. He didn't even know what the fuck Inkster was, you know what I'm saying? His mama moved to Inkster. You know, it was one of them situations where your people move, and you know what I'm saying? You from here, this what you know, and you come to this city, and you don't know. But he came out here like, damn, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy. Like these niggas out here tripping, like they, you know what I'm saying? And he was rapping, and we all went to Robichaud. He was freestyling in the cafeteria. He was one of them top niggas that was, you know, he was popular. You feel me? He was one of them niggas that was freestyling in the cafeteria that everybody like, he the coldest, you know what I'm saying? So, and we was already doing our thing, so it was like, come on here, man, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So, he was out here with us for the longest, you know what I'm saying, for years and years, and so we shared that struggle, you know what I'm saying, because he was out here for years, but, you know what I'm saying, we was growing at the same time. He ended up going back to the east side. You know what I'm saying, and meet, you know, where his foundation, you know, whatever. Got to doing his thing back where he come from or whatever. So he like, I'm out there finding himself. So he dropped his CD. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we really wasn't around doing that when he was dropping that. You could tell. Like I didn't do no beats on there. You feel me? I was in my own world. Everybody was in their own worlds at that time, and he was in his own world, feeling himself, and dropped the CD. You know what I'm saying?
I think he had I think he had Rambo on there.
Yeah.
I know he had like Pills on 2 songs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was pretty much.
And they did them songs in Kentucky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was working on that CD. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth from here to Kentucky, and they was, you know what I'm saying, in Kentucky, and he ended up doing that shit. Like that just show you how, you know, that album, that shit was all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one of the songs you can damn near hear that he was in Kentucky. I think that nigga Pill say, what Pill say on the song, man? He say, fuck the stuff, or I got the bitches in the baggie on the 3-hour layover down to Cincinnati.
See that? that right there just show you how real the music is.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you hear that song and the details that's in that song, and I told you they was in Kentucky. You know what I'm saying, when they recorded the song. So that example right there lets you know how real the music is.
Yeah.
For sure.
And with a legend, rest in peace to C Flame, with a legend being killed last year, and Kyle, the Microwave Man, being incarcerated currently, how does that shift your focus?
I mean, first of all, rest in peace, C. Flame. You know what I'm saying? That, when you say Inkster legend, I'm the one to say it. You know what I'm saying? If nobody, he an Inkster legend. You feel me? Period. Like that's a niggas say he not. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, but. Anyways, I mean, it's a big. As far as his situation, I'm thinking about the Cahill situation. That shit's so crazy. I'm thinking about that shit. But as far as the Flame situation, I mean, the way that happened, it's like, man, you know, it's a fucked up situation. But what's so crazy about it is it's so normal, and that shit happens so much. You know what I'm saying? Where we come from, it's like, damn, you know, it's a fucked up situation, but it's some shit that always happen.
Yeah.
Like with far as, you know, death. You know what I'm saying? But Cahill's situation is like, it's just crazy. Like that. Now that I can say that situation make a big ass impact on far as the way that I move and the way that I'm thinking now because of his situation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna speak on the details because I mean, as far as his case, I mean, you know, his case not he's still going through that situation, so it ain't like a final, you know, thing with it or whatever. But as far as what's going on with it, as far as with the hood, no, it's a real fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? And that make a nigga just focus, you know, try to just focus on more, you know, like music, you know what I'm saying, and get this shit really popping, you know what I'm saying, and not get caught up and end up in a fucked up situation, end up locked up or whatever, you know what I'm saying.